Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all our viewers from the different parts of the globe. This is your Kuya Sok once again for this episode of a live interview with another set of empowered women online entrepreneurs. Tonight, they're going to share these stories on how they got into the business. Right, so please welcome.
I didn't hear you. Is it me?
Right, please welcome. We have Marilyn from Canada. Hi, Marilyn.
Hi. Great to be here. Okay, so like you said, good night, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Thanks for being here. My name is Marilyn. I'm originally from a small Caribbean island of St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the Caribbean, like I said, but I migrated to Toronto, Canada many years ago. Um, I am, I've been a widow for many years. I have two adult sons, and so I'm an empty nester. And yeah, I am an accountant by profession and a proud I keep saying digital, a proud online digital business owner. So I'm happy to be here. Thanks.
That's good.
All right, thank you so much, Marlon. Let's move on to Abena.
Thank you, and welcome everybody watching us across the globe. You are all welcome to our chat this evening. My name is Abena, originally from Ghana. I've been in this business. I came to this business as a registered nurse. Okay, I'm a wife. I'm a mom of two teenage boys. Life was busy. Life was overwhelming at times. And though I loved my nursing profession, I knew I wanted more freedom, more time with my family, and a better financial future. That is why I started this business, and I think it's working.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Abena. Let us move on to Anad. How are you, Anad? Please introduce yourself.
Yes, thank you for this opportunity again. Hi everyone. Welcome to our live station. And I hope it's a good morning, good afternoon, good evening on your end. And it's another session again. We are excited to be here to share our own journey into the digital space. So if you're seeing me for the first time, my name is Annette, originally from Kenya. And I currently live in the US with my family. I'm a mom of two girls. I'm a registered nurse by profession, and I'm a proud digital business owner. And that's why we're here to share our own stories, diving into the digital space. So welcome, tune in, listen in to the end because we have a few nuggets that you might be interested to learn. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Anad, for that very generous introduction. Let's get into the question like, how did you get into the business? Who would like to start?
All right, I'll start.
Okay.
So, as a registered nurse, I was tired. Okay, tiredness brought me to the business. I worked multiple shifts all the time, missed a lot of important events with my children. I have two teenage boys. That time, I mean, they were still teenagers, but
Mhm.
even though you think they're teenagers, they don't need you. One time, my youngest was like, "Are you going to work again today?" That hit me. That really hit me. So I figured I am living paycheck to paycheck. The bills come in. My student loans are not being paid down. The bills keep coming. It's not stopping. So I was like, I need to find something else. But then I was skeptical. I kept seeing this business coming to me, but I kept brushing it aside until one morning after my fourth shift, 12-hour shift, straight 12-hour shift. I closed that morning. I did nights and I hit the curb, not once, but twice because I was dozing. I parked by the roadside and tears just filled my face. I was like,
Mhm.
is this it? Is this the reason why we traveled from our home countries? Is this it? Or there's something better out there? Because if this is it, then it's better for us to go back because we are not getting the results that brought us here.
Mhm.
So that same night, that day, the night I went back to work, and on my break time, this business came back to me, and I was like, okay, today's today. I checked it out, and today I am here. I started, and that's $149. That check it out for 30 days for $149. That is the reason why I came. I was like, well, I have nothing to lose, nothing at all to lose. If I check it out and it is something that I cannot do or don't want to do, I have the option to opt out. So that brought me in. And then when I came in, I was added to the dream team, group. And I was like, oh my goodness, why are all these professionals in here? What is going on? No, it's not about the money. It's about the stoppage of trading all our time for money. People needed some time, and that is what I wanted. So I was like, I'm in the right place. Let me get into this and get some results here. So from day one, I knew this business worked because it is proven. I saw people in the team that were showing us the proof of this business, and the system was easy to follow. So yes, that's why I started this business.
All right, thank you so much. And then you said something like you've been working, but somehow you felt something is lacking, and you
Yes.
found this business, and it somehow gave you the answer on some of the things that you felt lacking from working so hard as a nurse, and somehow it helped you give more time with your family, correct?
Yes.
All right.
Now I don't have to pick up 2 shifts, 3 shifts. Like I was always the one they call because I lived closer to the workplace. Even though it was close, I was dozing off. That meant I was so tired. So whenever they needed somebody, oh, let's call Abena. And yes, for sure, they know that when they call me, I will go. Now I am bluffing because I need time to spend with my family. And I am not the one they look up to call anymore.
Okay, that's great.
I actually was able to quit that job.
Yeah, that's great. So you're giving more time with your family, and you're getting more financial successes through this
Exactly.
business. Although you're also still working, but somehow this business has helped you a lot in a lot of aspects, financially, and in terms of your freedom to be present with your family.
Exactly.
Yes.
Do whatever I choose to do with my time. I run my own time. It's 24 hours in a day. Yes, it's good to work, but I'm working smart.
That's
Yes.
great. That's great. Okay, thank you so much, Abena. Let's move on to Annette. How about you, Annette? Like, what got you into the business?
Yes, thank you again. Yes, this question is what other people wonder out there, like what are we doing online? I'm a registered nurse. I have like what people call a stable job or secure job, but at the end of the day, I'm one of the moms. You see, Abena has shared she's a registered nurse as well. It's similar. We are out there working, caring for others, but we don't have to prioritize our families because we go out there to care for other people and to provide a better life for our families. Same here. I'm a mom. I used to work multiple jobs where I was most of the time I was gone working multiple jobs, and at the end of the day I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I'm working every day, long hours, long shifts, but at the end of the day I go back to scratch again, start over again. That's exactly the life I used to live. But 2 years ago, when my health challenge really, proved to me that I needed a backup plan. And a backup plan was something that I don't need to be physically able for me to be able to, to get any income at all. And especially, I used to work multiple jobs. I used to work long hours. And at the time when I wasn't able to work as a nurse, that meant that I did not have any income coming in. And that was a wake up call for me. And especially after COVID, things really, went in a way that, we did not need to depend on solely on one source of income. And
Mhm.
when my health challenge came in, that was another wake up call that I needed a backup plan. And that's when I started looking around. Of course, I've tried a lot of things before this one, and they did not work for me. But it's not like they did not work for me, because I know there's a lot of people who do it and they are successful in it. But for me, as an introverted person who never wanted to come in the online space, owning any online business at all, I had to really step out of my comfort zone, because I knew that my job was not secure. Because if I did not clock in, there was no money coming in. And obviously, as a mom, always missing out on my kids' milestone, gone all day long, juggling multiple jobs, multiple shifts, and coming home tired, really. And that's not the kind of life I wanted to come out here to enjoy. I came from Kenya knowing that I was looking for a greener pasture, just like many of us immigrants do. But at the end of the day, that feeling when you leave your kids, like your babysitter know your kids more than you yourself. That feeling of a mom who is heartbroken, knowing that I have to drop my kids all the time at the
Mhm.
babysitter before I go to work. But life happened, and then I started looking in the online space. We see ads all the time. We see people online, especially if you're an introvert. You'll be like, oh no, this is not something I want to try. I'm an introvert. I don't want to come on social media. I don't know what my family is gonna tell me or what they're gonna say. And at the end of the day, I kept looking around until I found this business last year
Mhm.
that really brings us out. And even when I was taking action, I did not even have to think about it, because I was really looking for something that I can try for me to
Mhm.
be able to provide a better life for my family, and especially something that required, because I saw a lot of moms in the online space, earning in the online space, and
Mhm.
I was curious what happens in the online space. So I was curious and I wanted to learn more. That step of paying 149 did not take me a while, because I was ready. I was already tired. I was already, my health was really challenging, especially knowing that I could not pick up any extra shift. That's when I decided, I would rather out the business model and decide by myself if it was a good fit for me or not. And that's when I took a leap of faith and checked out the business model. And lo and behold, I started the business. Being an introvert person, I did not really come on social media right away, but I know that there's many other ways that we can run our business without coming on social media. But knowing that our business really brings out the connection to people,
Mhm.
connecting with people in the online space, and knowing that I did not have a backup plan, and I was really looking for a backup plan. I realized that paycheck to paycheck was not an option for me. I had to
Mhm.
find something to do on the side to supplement my income, and that's when I took a leap of faith. I continued to venture into the business, and I'm here today. 17 months later, I'm still here. The business is working for everyday people at all, and knowing that I did not need any experience, or I did not need to go back to school for me to run this business right here. So, that is a little bit of my story, but more is about an immigrant person
Mhm.
who is a nurse but
Mhm.
decided to come in the online space, because I did not, I wasn't able to do the 2 to 3 jobs I was doing at the time,
Mhm.
sacrificing all my time for money every single day, but I was living on survival mode all the time. So, I asked myself that, if I can do this and my kids especially benefit from it, and why not? I realized that I really had to step out of my comfort zone. And I'm here today telling my fellow parents of healthcare workers who
Mhm.
are tired of working multiple jobs, and they look at us and they wonder, what are you guys doing in the online space? Like, online space is here for people like us who used to work multiple jobs. And as you can see, Sister Benner, who is a nurse like me, has shared her own story as well, which
Mhm.
is similarly the same as mine. It's about working multiple jobs, working long hours, tired, not available for our families. We have to prioritize the job, because we can't live without that income. And
Mhm.
if you're a nurse, obviously you depend on solely one source of income, but you're working multiple jobs, many shifts that you don't get a break from. That's exactly the reason why I dived into the online space, and actually found out that there's a lot of healthcare workers. That tells you that healthcare workers are tired, mostly tired, especially juggling multiple jobs, and you get burnout. And that's exactly why I'm here today. And this business has really transformed me in a way that I will say, it has to be my backup plan. And I'm here, and I know that our community is huge, and other
Mhm.
people can see that it's a business that is helping a lot of people who work in demanding careers, for them to be able to plug in and start their own digital business in the online space. So if you're out there, this is an opportunity that you can plug in and check it out for yourself and see if it's something that aligns with your goals and dreams, so you can make that decision like we did. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Annette, for that very thorough narration of your story on how you got to the business. So I'd like to point out uh, the pandemic, right? So one of the realities during the pandemic was a lot of people lost their job, and it was also the point when you realize that you need a backup plan. And I think a lot of people realize that also. And another thing also is that you're a nurse, you're in the healthcare profession, and somehow the job is very demanding, and you have to be working long hours, and somehow it will be very tiring. You get burnt out, and somehow it made you realize that you need to search for some backup plan, and you happen to come across with this business, and things have been very well with you since joining the business, right? All right. Okay.
That's
Thank
right.
you so
That's
much,
right.
Annette.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So let's get into Marilyn. How did you get into the business?
Well, okay, let's see where to start. I was one of those COVID uh, happenings.
Mhm.
When COVID hit, I started working from home. And during that time, I was in the financial industry, banking industry.
Mhm.
And then they started making the decision that they were going to cut back on staff and
Mhm.
whatever. Eventually, they offered me a package towards the end of COVID.
Mhm.
And I decided, you know what? I'm going to take this because jobs are not guaranteed anymore. Because if they
Mhm.
can do that when I was committed myself. So I accepted the package, and I made the decision at the time that I was not going to work for anyone anymore. I needed to do something different. I needed to look for something. But before I decided to do that, I took some time out and I
Mhm.
traveled back and forth
Mhm.
to the Caribbean because my family lives in the Caribbean and the US.
Mhm.
So I decided to do a bit of traveling. So, but while I was doing that, I was searching the net, to see what was available out there. Because, like I said, I knew I was not going back to 9 to 5, any 9 to 5 jobs.
Mhm.
And so I came across this ad. I think it was in November or December. I
Mhm.
looked at it. I said, oh my gosh, I'm not that type of person to sell anything. I can't even sell myself more,
Mhm.
more than to say I'm going to sell products. And I'm
Mhm.
not the type of person to ask friends or family to buy anything from me. So
Mhm.
I skipped over it. And then, it popped up again, I think in January or February. And then I decided to have a look at it again. And it kind of it piqued my
Mhm.
interest. So I registered. And after I registered, I listened to the webinar, which was about a 20-minute webinar. And then I decided, okay, I'm going to pay the 149 US because I knew it
Mhm.
was refundable within 30 days. So I
Yes,
said,
that's
okay,
correct.
let me have a look and see if it's something that I can handle or
Mhm.
if I knew it was outside of my comfort zone, but I still decided, hey, I'm going to make a go of this. So I decided to pay the 149. And after I listened to everything, I mean, the proven platform that's there,
Mhm.
the community that's in this on this platform. When I realized that a website was going to be built, I was going to have a mentor, a coach, training.
Mhm.
I
Yes.
decided, well, hey, this I really can't say no. So I did my due diligence because I was still hesitant.
Mhm.
I checked it out. I asked a lot of questions when I did my first coaching call. And I was still like, hey, I can afford to lose 149 US just in case. But I was still very positive.
Mhm.
And so I took a leap of faith and I decided to go all in. And to be honest, I was truly amazed at what was being offered, the training. I mean, I'm not fully tech savvy, but I know a lot about computers. But what I've learned thus far, I never thought was possible. I have grown personally and professionally since I've joined this business. And like I said, I'm a people person, and I like the idea of helping other people who would like to start businesses but don't know where to start. I'm not
Yeah.
about, okay, when you start a business, some people are about, okay, when am I going to get returns on my business? I'm not that, because I know when you start a business, it takes time. And it
Yes.
all depends on how much you put into the business, and the time you put into it
Mhm.
would reflect what you receive from the business. And like I said, it takes time. So I made a commitment, and I know a lot of people say that this is a side hustle for them and all that. That's not for me. This is my main thing right now. I am not looking at it as a side hustle. I have seen what it has done for so many people throughout the world. It has changed the lives of so many people.
Correct.
And so, hey, if they can do it, so can I. And that's my mentality,
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm a very positive person. And my why is I am going to make a difference and I am going to be a success story. And that's my
That's great.
positive
That's
vibe
great.
here.
Mhm.
So anyone out there who is there looking at us and saying, "Oh, I don't know if I should get into this," take a leap of faith. Just pay the 149 if you want to. It's 30 days
Mhm.
refundable. If it's not for you, your money is guaranteed back within the 30 days, as I said before. And you don't have to sell any products to any family,
Exactly.
friends, or anything like that. And this has also allowed me, I love traveling. And this has allowed me to travel because I can travel anywhere and I can still be working from anywhere, which is one of my main goals. So, yeah, this has really
Mhm.
truly worked for me. And like I
Mhm.
said, it has made a difference in my life thus far. And I look forward to what the future is.
All right. So one thing I got from what you said was that um, you committed to the business. You have a
Yeah,
commitment to the business. So you may be so new to the business yet, but then you have developed the mindset of committing to the business.
I
So
am.
that's very positive of
Yeah.
you to have that uh, outlook about the business, right?
Yeah,
Which
I do
is
not
needed
believe in
in,
failure. So,
yeah,
yeah,
exactly. That's great. That's great.
yeah,
Right? So you must have learned a lot from the business
I have.
in in the 5 months that you've been in the business. The
Yeah,
trainings must have set you to be committed to the business, and that's part of the mindset that we need to be in order to keep going in the business.
that's correct. And to be
Mhm.
honest, the training is step by step. So if
Exactly.
you
Mhm.
don't have to be afraid of the training because it
Mhm.
explains everything.
Exactly.
So for
Mhm.
me, I am taking baby steps. I started out with baby steps,
Mhm.
but if I have to refer back, I refer back. And, like I said, I am committed. And if I can do it, I'm sure anybody can do it.
Exactly. All right.
Another point I'd like to make, though, before,
Yeah,
yeah,
sure. Go ahead.
um, I was looking at, I've come across a lot of people who have
Mhm.
looking at retirement
Mhm.
and thinking of not necessarily at retirement age, but as we've seen, I know for North America, the retirement age seems to be increasing. I
Yes.
remember,
Mhm.
I think when it was 60, I think it's now 65 or 67.
7, yes. 65,
Right,
67.
right. And to me, if you wait until you're 67 to do the things that you want to do,
Mhm.
we're not guaranteed anything at this point in life. So
Correct.
why not
Mhm.
do what you can now to provide for, the future for you and your family?
Mhm. Well, talking about our retirement, a lot of people have retired at a very at an early age.
Yeah,
One example is my coach. She retired from teaching, which is a stable job, at age 41
yeah,
after being in the business for just 3 years only.
right.
Right, and she's not the only one. A lot more of business partners in this business.
Yes.
have retired at an early age. And I also have some friends that have been considering retiring at an, like, they're thinking about retiring at an early age. They're not in the business. So it means to say that, I mean, somehow jobs nowadays are kind of like very demanding. I would like to say that.
Yes,
And
they
then
are.
it has changed. And then some people maybe got worn out or burned out, and they think about retiring earlier than they supposed to be retiring, like 65 or 67, right? So this business is something that they can consider, knowing that this will give them the opportunity to have the chance to retire at an early age,
Yeah. Because
right?
we all know the cost of living right now.
Exactly.
The
Mhm.
pension cannot sustain you by the time
Mhm.
you get to that age. So, why not start, trying to get towards that goal?
Yeah, exactly. Correct. Okay, thank you so much, Marlon. So let's get into our next question. How has life been with you guys since joining the business? Who would like to start? Annette?
All right.
Ladina?
Since joining this business, I have come out of my shell.
Oh, that's great.
Okay. I have experienced a major shift in my life.
Mhm.
I'm building additional stream of income, giving me a lot of confidence to do things that I thought I couldn't do.
Mhm.
This business is making me meet a lot of inspiring people that are globally. They are spread across the world. I'm sitting here in Virginia. I have a team member in Australia.
Oh,
I have a team member in Europe,
wow.
Canada.
Mhm.
So it is a global effect. If I pick up a plane, if I take a flight to Australia right now
Mhm.
and I call one of my team members, they will definitely come and meet me at the airport. That is the joy I am having with this business. It
Wow,
is
that's
not about family and friends. I started this business, and 6 months in, none of my family members knew. Initially,
Mhm.
I told them, but they were skeptical, they were discouraging, so I blocked all of them. So if you think you're going to be calling family and friends to succeed in this business, it is a no, 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 no,
I
no.
know the feeling. I did the same thing.
Yes, you're going to succeed if you follow the training, and it is amazing. I no longer feel trapped
Mhm.
by long hours of work. Okay. I don't have limited opportunities because this one, the income that we get from this business, it doesn't have a limit.
Correct.
It doesn't have a limit. So far as I have the energy and the zeal to keep going. And
Correct.
the good thing is, it is a
Mhm.
real business. And so I can hand it down to my kids. If they are interested, I can hand it down to my kids, building a legacy for them.
Mhm.
Okay. Breaking that generational thing
Yeah.
of poverty. So instead of working hard every time, going back and forth, paycheck to paycheck,
Mhm.
I am breaking that. And I'm running my business by myself, and it can be done anywhere I find myself. With my laptop, with my
Mhm.
phone, I am good to go. So yes, that is the change that I see in myself.
Mhm. Right. So you
So
mentioned
yes,
legacy, building legacy for your children. That's correct. Like this business, like you can pass it on to the next generation, your children, for as long as they
yes.
are at
So
the age of 18.
18,
Yeah.
yes. So far as
Mhm.
they hit 18 years old, they can inherit this business. If you are no more, you can sign it off and give it to
Mhm.
them.
Correct.
And one other thing is, when I came in and I saw the
Mhm.
commission plan, I said, this, if I start this business and I'm consistently, showing up and doing what I'm supposed to do, this business can actually cover my second job's pay.
Yeah, a lot of
My
people. It happens to a lot of people, and you will
yes,
be. Yeah,
and it is. That is why I quit my second job.
you see,
Through this business, I'm able to quit my second job. I had actually three jobs. I quit two of them. I'm doing one now
because of
Awesome.
this business.
because of this
Yeah.
business.
Yeah, you see how great
Because
how
of
great
a
it is.
high ticket. It's not like $5, $2,
Yeah.
$3 commission. No,
It's
no, no,
more.
no, no, no.
It's like
The commissions in this business is rewarding.
correct.
That is why I am encouraging everybody out there, especially immigrants.
Mhm.
Don't feel stuck. Don't feel stuck. This option is here for you.
Mhm.
Just check it out. If you feel like you can't do it, check it out. Because I thought I couldn't do it. I thought I didn't have the time to do it. I
Mhm.
thought I didn't have the skills to do it. But plugging into the system,
Mhm.
oh my goodness, you will learn so much. You will come out and
There's a lot. There's a lot to
excel.
learn from. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot to learn
So
from.
yeah, let's encourage more immigrants because living paycheck to paycheck is very common. A lot of people that I talk to coming into this business, their why is one, their children, spending more quality time with their children,
Mhm.
tiredness
Correct.
of working multiple shifts, and being able to help family people, back home.
Exactly.
Those three things are the most that I see people come into this business with. Their why. And if you have a why, you have a good reason to start, that will motivate you to do whatever it takes to get
Mhm.
the results that you need and you want. Yeah.
That keeps you motivated, going
That
every day.
keeps you motivated. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Right. Thank you, Abena, for that very generous sharing about how has life been with you. Let's move on to Annette. How has life been with you, Annette, since joining the business?
Wow. Let me just say, life is still good. And knowing that, somebody like me who is not chained anymore on long shift, thinking about picking the next shift that is available. That was me previously. But now I feel like I'm not chained to one job or streams of jobs instead of looking for streams of income. And
Mhm.
the best part is, you guys, the community, the amazing community that I get to
Yes.
know people globally from around the globe. I mean, life used to be like a cycle of about, it was all about shifts, bills,
Mhm.
getting tired. And, since starting this business, really, the biggest change for me happened when I felt like, freedom is here. There's so much possibilities that people are making it in this same platform here. So I choose to spend, time with my family, especially my kids, knowing that I don't have to panic because now I have one backup plan. I used to spend time constantly working, and right now I know that I'm building something amazing, and especially the ability to be able to build something that my kids can take over in the future, like Abena just said.
Mhm.
So the most part of it, I would say that since I started this business, the time freedom is really something that I never knew that it could ever exist on my schedule, because I was chained in working multiple jobs, and being present for my family was not an option for me because I had to go out there, provide a better life for them, because nobody could work for me and I had to clock in and out. So for
Mhm.
me to be able to make that life that I was looking for, I had to clock in and out constantly every single day. But the sad part was that I was still living paycheck to paycheck.
Mhm.
Now I feel like I have room to actually breathe and take a break from my job. And actually, like right now, I'm fully committed. Hmm. Yes, sorry about that. So
That's
right
okay.
now I'm fully committed for my online business because I know that there's more possibilities, and that's what we always talk about. Here is where people are creating legacy. Your 9 to 5 only pays bills and that's about it. And here you actually get more then you need, for people out here that are traveling constantly, they don't have to worry about, where the next bill is going to be paid from. And that's
Mhm.
exactly what we're talking about, that this business really has so much potential for a lot of us immigrants in diaspora
Mhm.
who have families to support our own children here, and we are paying all the bills. Everything depends on us. But at the end of the day, depending solely on one income is not the way to go anymore. And that's why we are here talking about this online business that has changed our lives for us. And, the purpose is really about building a legacy for our children. And especially knowing that, if you really depend on clocking in and out all the time, you know that there's nothing left at your saving. It's all about paying bills, and that's about it. And
Mhm.
at the end of the day, when you're tired, you don't even have time to enjoy the money that you make, even if you have some to spend.
Correct.
So
Mhm.
I'm always excited because I know that this business has really changed my mindset. It has transformed me in a way that, personal development, that I knew about nursing and I knew about clocking in, and all my mind was telling me is to clock in until I'm 65, then I can retire and then depend on pension, which
Mhm.
is not even available anymore. Now we are seeing even more nurses that are retired at 65, they're coming back at 70 because they don't have any more money. Now they have to come back to clock in. You can imagine, as a nurse, you have to stand up, care for people, and at old age, at 75 or 70, you can imagine how are you going to help people when you yourself you need help. You can think about it
Yes.
as,
Mhm.
you're not capable of really helping people, you're just there for the money. But here is where you can start creating your retirement ahead of time, so you can be able to enjoy your retirement age. Instead of going back to look for another job, you'll be able to build this business right here to a legacy for yourself, and your family can take over after that. Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Annette. Thank you so much for that sharing. So, talking about retirement. So, to those who are near retirement from their respective jobs or have already retired, if they're watching this, this is the one for them, right? So, this is the one for them. This will give them the chance to dream again, okay, and be able to enjoy life during retirement while doing this type of business. All right, Marilyn, how has life been with you? Like 5 months, for the 5 months that you've been in the business.
Yeah, well, Abina and Annette have said most of everything, but so I won't repeat a lot of what they've already said. But what I can say is that you really have to have that mindset and that
Mhm.
focus that it's exactly what you want to do. Because if you're not committed, if
Yes.
you're not consistent, if you're
Mhm.
not going to show up, then maybe you have to think twice about it. What
Mhm.
I've noticed is that what I think is that a lot of people are afraid to take chances
Correct.
on
I
the
agree
in
to
the
that.
online business,
Mhm.
and it's all because of there's so many. I mean, we have to be realistic. There's so many scams out there that people are afraid,
Correct. Mhm.
right? But for those of you listening, this is definitely nothing like that. This is totally the opposite because, like I said, we are not selling any products or anything like that. So I think a lot of it is fair. For me, this has brought me way out of my comfort zone. And like I said, I have learned a lot. This training continues to, I continue to be encouraged by our community. I
Mhm.
continue to learn a lot more from the training.
Correct.
And the training is not difficult. It's step by step. It's also on your own time. So for anybody that think that they have to be stuck at a computer or they have to be
Mhm.
focused every day for 7 8 hours a day, it's not like that. It's on your own time. So for
Correct.
me, yeah, it has been amazing for me, and I do not regret it. I think for anybody really that's listening to this should really think about it seriously, especially like I said, for persons who are saving for retirement, because listen, we know anything can happen in life. You could be
Correct.
saving and then you have a disaster and then the funds are gone. So you need a backup,
Mhm. Correct.
right? Just in case of
Mhm.
an emergency. So it's doable for anyone. You don't have to be tech savvy. You don't
Correct.
have to, yeah, just take a leap of faith and join us on this online business. And we all know that the online business is the way of the world right now. And if we don't follow through, we are going to be left behind.
Correct.
So
I agree to that
we've got to
exactly.
stay on top of things.
Yeah, like Marilyn said, you need to be coachable. You need to be able to follow simple instructions.
Correct.
I mean, if you're able to do those two things, I think anybody can do this business.
Correct. You just have an open mind to learn.
Yes.
To learn,
things,
yes.
Right? Because when you get into the business, you're gonna be learning a lot of new things, right? And you have the chance to be coached and mentored also. You have to be open to it.
Yeah.
So that's how you make progress in this business.
Exactly. And we are learning from those who've been there before,
Exactly.
who have gone through it. So, it's worth it. For anybody out there, this is definitely worth it.
Exactly.
Yeah, talking about that, talk about the masterminds, right? You tap into the knowledge of those who've been there, done it, their results, their strategies. They share it willingly.
Yes.
For us to
without hesitation,
learn from them.
they're
Without hesitation, willing to come and share their strategies. Every single day we have a daily drop-in where you can go in physically and ask questions with real people. So I mean, this platform has been one of the best, I think, in the online space.
I agree
to that.
And actually, especially if you join other platforms, this knowledge that we actually shared for free, you pay over how much for you to get
exactly.
A
Here
lot.
it's for free.
And this is what you get.
Our package alone, everything you are getting, the email campaigns, the
website,
the website, the
trainings.
tracking of the leads, the tracking of the buyers, the package itself, if you put it together, it's over $175,000.
Yeah, and you only have to pay.
And you don't have to pay for anything else but the 149.
Exactly.
And then your startup capital. The 149 is not the business.
No.
Yeah.
Let's put that out there. The 149 is refundable. If you come in, you will see packages that we offer. That is
a lot of them in the package.
Yes. Compared to a franchise, these packages for this kind of business is a steal. So yes, the 149 gives you access to be knowledgeable, to be informed, to make that decision to move forward. So yes.
The online training alone that's part of what we pay for the 149. That's a lifetime access to it, and like in other platform, I think you have to pay for it.
Yes, the lifetime. This is a lifetime, and you have a coach. Me and my coach right now, we are like sisters. Like literally, I gained a sister online because it's a lifetime coaching, lifetime mentoring. So you build relationships, you become a team, unstoppable, unshakable.
Yeah.
And you chase your dreams together. So yes. So I love it. Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into the ending of our live chat with this question. What can you say to our viewers, especially those who are still skeptical about joining the business?
There is no perfect time to start an online business. There is no perfect time. And everything is moving online. We pay our bills online. We shop online. We do groceries online. We go to school online. The pandemic brought everything to us online. And so it is possible to get everything you want online. Businesses are moving online, and this business is real and legit online.
Correct.
So if you're being skeptical about it, that is why we are offering that $149. There is no business that will show you their plan, their strategies, their everything for you to just check it out for a whole 30 days out there. This system that we have here, they say, come, register, watch the webinar. It's a process. Okay, somebody will say, oh, just tell me about it. If I tell you about the ending of the book, how are you going to enjoy it? So we give you the book. We want you to come in, read it, understand it, and move on with it. That's why they have that $149 refundable. So I encourage anybody who is out there that is skeptical that yes, we all had our fears. We thought it was one of those online scams, but it is not. That is why we want you to come in and do yourself a favor, check it out before you start. If it is not for you, no questions will be asked when they are refunding you that money. All you say is, I'm not ready, or this is not for me. And they will give it back to you within 30 days. So yes, anybody out there, we know that we are professionals, we are busy, we don't have time for anything. That's what I thought. I thought I would never be able to do another job because I was working multiple shifts. 30 minutes here, 1 hour here. That little time you get to scroll on social media, that is the time you will use for this business. You don't need any long, you do it at your own time and at your own pace.
Exactly.
So yes, this business is real, and anybody who has a why will be able to do this business. You don't have to be afraid to start. You don't have to be knowledgeable to start. You just need to take that step to start, because the training is there, the support is there, the system is there for you to be plugged into. So don't be afraid. Come on in. We are waiting for you.
All right, thank you so much, Abina. Let's move on to Annette. What are you going to say to them, Annette?
Yes, one simple advice I can advise my fellow healthcare workers or even parents out there who work in demanding careers. If you can clock in to your boss and commit to work 8 hours, 16 hours a day, you can actually commit better for yourself and give yourself a chance to win your life. Because right now you're committing to somebody else's job, you're working constantly, you do your best at your job, but you're not ready to commit to yourself. I will tell you that here is where we've been able to work for ourselves. We are our own CEOs in this online space, and you can be your CEO as well. People think that, we talk about franchise business. They think it's big. It's supposed to be big. Yes, our business is big, by the way, but let me tell you, our startup cost is something that you can gift yourself. One chance. Gift yourself once for life. And you will see how this business is going to transform your life. And that's what we say all the time, that this business has transformed thousands and thousands of people's lives. I started this business when we were 151,000 that I found people there. But, less than a year now, you can see this platform has grown very tremendously, telling you that, people are diving into the online space and they're trying to change their future. So if you're out there, you've been watching us for the longest, you're curious, but you don't know where to start from, go ahead and check the business out. There's nothing you're losing. 149, if you're not ready, you feel like this is not a platform that it does not align with your goals and dreams, then that's when you can ask the 149 back. No question asked. That's all we ask for. So if you're out there, take a leap of faith and gift yourself this a great chance for another chance in your future. Because if you're constantly working multiple jobs, you can give yourself a chance to work for yourself as well, your own CEO, as we say. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Annette. So let's move on to Marilyn. What can you tell them, Marilyn?
Yes, for those of you who are afraid and think that, I cannot run my own business, I don't know where to start, this is the platform for you. Like we've said before, it provides everything for you. You just have to apply yourself and commit yourself to this business. You have such community support throughout the world on this platform, and it's 24/7. This is not like a few hours and then you have nobody there. It's 24/7. You have support, and the support is from the community. So
Right.
anybody that's afraid, don't think of family and friends. Just put that out of your mind. Ignore that. Just say, hey, put that out of the back of my mind and focus on what you really want. And if you focus and make a decision, make it your why, commit to your why, you will succeed in this business. So I think I would advise you to take a leap of faith
Correct.
Join us on this journey. We would all be here for you to guide you along the way. So take a chance on yourself and on life and your family.
Thank you so much, Marilyn. So you heard them right, guys, on that this is something that you need to try to know this business. So even if you're skeptical, even at this point in time, take this opportunity to know about the business. It's for free. So all you need to do is reach out to any of the four of us. You can message your email to any one of us, and we can give you the link to the free webinar. It's for free, right? So with that webinar, you will be able to know about the business. And if it's not for you, then no questions asked. You can move on with your life, right? So at least you're not, if you're deciding not to join in the business, you're gaining some knowledge about the business itself. All right.
Yes.
So take
And maybe
Somebody,
later on, you never know. Maybe later on they may just change your mind, right? And decide,
exactly. Yeah.
hey,
Maybe at this point, maybe at this point in time. So
yeah,
you get yourself know about the business, and then you will decide like I'm not sure about it, so I'm not deciding to join in. So who knows? Like a week or a month or 2 months from now, you'll be coming back, right?
yeah.
Important for you to know the business. It's
I
for
had I had I had somebody who was skeptical, very skeptical. He said he asked me, but it looks like everywhere you turn, you see this business. People are talking about this business. Is it not saturated already? How am I going to get a market? How am I going to do this business? I said, my brother, everybody's time in the business is different. We are in different time zones. I mean, the training teaches you how to do things. The internet market, not even 1% is tapped. So you don't have to worry about competition.
yeah.
If you do it right, you will attract the right people to you. So don't be afraid. And he started his business. This man is rocking this business right now. He is so excited. He is so excited. He's like, where have I been? Why didn't I start this? I'm so thankful to you that you, I'm like, well, you have to come and try and see for yourself what can come out of you.
That's right.
If you have that little why,
yes,
your why should be should be your drive to do what you don't think about what people will say.
no,
A lot of people call me and they say, hey, what about my friends? What are they going to say? What about my church? Are they going to pay your bills for you? Are they going to feed your? I mean, when you are sick, when you get sick and you can't go to work and no income is coming in because you are just stuck with clocking in and clocking out, you finish all your vacation hours or your sick hours, no money is coming in. You call them, you think they will mind you? So I asked him this, and he told me a story about one of his friends getting into an accident, and well, he didn't have any backup plan. He used all his vacation hours, his sick hours. Now they had to ask the co-workers to donate their vacation time to him because he didn't have anything.
Yeah.
So he's very excited right now. He's so super excited, doing his training and building his future.
Awesome.
So it takes like starting to know the business to realize it is the best.
Yes. He calls me every day. He's like, oh my goodness, the system, the training. I'm so excited. I'm like, yep, keep going. No quitting in this team. Once you start, you start.
Okay, so thank you so much, ladies, for your time with me tonight, sharing your stories and your journey in the world of digital business. I'm sure all our viewers and those who will be watching the replay will be inspired by your stories and for them to join in the business. Right. So thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. To all our viewers, thank you so much. Have a good night, good morning, and
have a good night.
Bye bye. Thank you, guys.
Bye.